Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts after just finding out that Game of Thrones Season 7 is going to be delayed. Oh, fuck no! I'll put the link in the description to E! Online, where they've got the news article posted, which has some info that apparently is from a UFC Unfiltered podcast, so you guys can check it out yourselves below. But this one is crucial. I had to do a video on this, and I had to give my thoughts on it, because after such an incredible ending to Season 6 for Game of Thrones Season 7 is going to be delayed. It looks like it's not going to be hitting when it usually does in the spring. It looks like, to make it simple, they're going to wait for the winter to film, which means that, oh, damn it, the season is going to be pushed back. We don't know how long. I've seen some sites that think that it'll probably be maybe winter time, like near the end, like the fall or winter of 2017. So that's not this year. Next, not 2016, 2017. So that sucks, dude. I really hope that's not the case, and I really hope it isn't pushed back a lot. All we know right now is for sure it's going to be delayed. For sure it will not be hitting at the normal time. So, yeah, man, here's what it says. Okay, it says, "Don't shoot the messenger, Game of Thrones fans, but we've got some bad news. Not only will Season 7 of HBO's hit be shorter than usual, as we know that it's probably going to be 7 episodes, maybe 6, we'll see. Or I guess maybe they could do like 8, but then the next season would only be like 5. So I'm thinking probably around 7. But co-creators David Benioffand and D.B. Weiss have revealed that it's going to take a bit longer for the season to make its way to our TVs too. In an interview on the UFC Unfiltered podcast, they explained that the major development in the final episode of Season 6, and then in brackets it says, think about Sansa's grim weather forecast, will necessitate a delay in production on the shortened season. Benioff said, "We don't have an air date yet," and Weiss said, "We're starting a bit later because at the end of this season, winter is here." So winter is here. And that means that sunny weather doesn't really serve our purposes anymore. So we kind of pushed everything down the line so we could get some grim, gray weather even in the sunnier places that we shoot. Traditionally, for each of its prior 6 seasons, Game of Thrones has premiered anywhere between late March and late April. But it's clear that won't be happening. We've got a feeling it takes a bit too long to digitally add in Daenerys' dragons and those White Walkers. I thought that might be a problem too. Because if you look at the series, this is me talking now. If you look at the series, most of the way through, there are certain episodes where they'll have the White Walkers, there's certain episodes where they'll have the dragons, but certainly it's not that easy to put them in terms of execution. It is difficult to add in the dragons, it's difficult to add in the White Walkers, so that's why a lot of the time earlier on, they don't necessarily give them to us every episode. You see Daenerys, sometimes you get to see the dragons, but majority of the time you don't, and that's obviously why, is because to do them is really hard to make them look good. CG costs a lot of money, and it takes a long time to make, and it's very expensive, so that's why Season 6 cost over $100 million for Game of Thrones. I think it was worth it, though. It turned out to be great. Not to mention the endless other digital special effects the show employs to turn the show around that quickly after filming. Wraps in the dreary winter months, of course. This isn't the only bit of bad news facing Game of Thrones fans as the show enters into its endgame. Shortly after Season 6 finished airing last month, Benioff, we already talked about this part, it's 2 more seasons we're talking about from pretty close to the beginning. We talked about doing this in 70 to 75 hours, and that's what we'll end up with, Benioff told Deadline. Call it 73 for now. That's in total, by the way, guys. That's 73 hours total for the entire series. Now, not every episode is an hour. Some episodes, like the finales, went a bit over. Some are a little less. You'd have to look each season to see how many that converts to. 2, but it looks like it'll probably be about 13 episodes. So that's the article. So sometime Game of Thrones to air sometime in 2017. Don't know exactly when. This is something that actually in the channel with regards to Walking Dead, people have been talking about for years. Is Trev, do you think we'll ever see winter? Do you think they'll film during the winter? And the problem with it is, if they do that, they have to push filming back so that we can't get it at the usual time. Game of Thrones is exactly the same thing. Whereas usually we usually get it March, April type time range, depending. Air dates and everything. We get our 10 episodes this time coming up next year, 2017. It's probably going to be 7 episodes if my guesstimate's correct, and they're going to be later. They're going to be later. So hopefully they can get them done by summertime. But don't hold your breath. It could be August maybe. Hopefully by June or July, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was August or September. Yeah, they're going for quality. They want to have it look like winter is here. They want to have it look like winter time. So it definitely makes sense. I guess we can't be too pissed off. It just kind of sucks we got to wait. But again, Game of Thrones is more about quality than it is about quantity, or it is about just kind of giving fan service. It's more about creating something, and you can tell the showrunners are doing that, creating something amazing. If we have to wait for it, then we have to wait for it. So unfortunate news, kind of sucks, but oh well. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back too late, and once we hear the official date, I'll do a video letting you guys know when the official date actually is. Really sucks, but write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this one. If you like this kind of video letting you guys know about this news type video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. Don't thumb it down just because of the news. It's bad news. You can share and favorite if you want other people to know about the pushback, and subscribe bottom left if you're new and you haven't seen the videos before. That's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again real soon for another Game of Thrones video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You better subscribe.